How you doing, everybody? My name is Dr. Sami Bayer. Please welcome back to my YouTube channel. How to beat a covert narcissist using the art of war by Sun Tzu. That's the title of this video. Understanding the terrain of narcissism. Number one, Sun Tzu famously states, know the enemy and know yourself. And in 100 battles, you will never be in peril. The first step in combating a covert narcissist is to understand their tactics and mindset. Covert narcissists often mask their manipulative and self-centered nature under a facade of humility or victimhood. They thrive in situations where they can control the narrative, where they can exploit others' empathy, and where they can maintain an illusion of innocence. By identifying these behaviors early, you can strategically counter them. To beat a covert narcissist using the art of war by Sun Tzu, know yourself and strengthen your own mind. Before engaging in any conflict, it is crucial to build emotional and psychological resilience. Sun Tzu emphasizes self-awareness and preparation. Covert narcissists often prey on your vulnerabilities, pushing you to doubt yourself and second-guess your judgments. Strengthening your sense of self-worth, setting firm boundaries, and learning to trust your instincts will make you less susceptible to their manipulations. The art of war requires mental fortitude and emotional intelligence. So use deception and misdirection to beat this covert narcissist. In the art of war, Sun Tzu underscores the importance of deception, stating, all warfare is based on deception. Covert narcissists they mainly bank on gaslighting and manipulation to control situations. They rely on the gaslighting tactics and manipulative tactics to control everything. They might twist facts, they might create confusion, or they might undermine your perception of reality. So to counter this, use strategic misdirection. Present them with different perspectives or inconsistencies in their behavior, keeping them off balance. Subtly shift the focus away from their attacks, causing them to reveal their true nature in the process. Again, use the divide and conquer. The covert narcissist thrives on creating divisions between people. They often exploit relationships to pit others against each other or isolate their victims. Sun Tzu advocates dividing and conquering in battle to weaken the enemy. To deal with a covert narcissist, you must fortify your own alliances and be cautious about who you trust around them. Keep communications clear and direct, and be wary of any attempts to create rifts within your support network. By isolating the narcissist, you diminish their power. Avoid the direct confrontation. Sun Tzu advises that the best strategy is often to avoid direct confrontation, stating that if your opponent is of choleric temper, seek to irritate him. Covert narcissists thrive on drama and conflict, so using any chance to play the victim or provoke reactions. Direct confrontation plays into their hands, as it allows them to cast themselves as the innocent party while making you the aggressor. So instead, disengage from emotionally charged arguments. Keep your responses measured and composed, allowing them to escalate while you stay calm and unaffected. Then, do the strategic withdrawal. Move swift as the wind, quiet as the forest, and conquer like the fire. Sun Tzu writes, emphasizing the value of timing and adaptability. Sometimes the most effective way to beat a covert narcissist is to withdraw and disengage strategically. By doing so, you prevent yourself from becoming a target of their manipulative tactics. A tactical retreat helps you regain your mental clarity, re-evaluate your options, and keep control over the situation without allowing them to provoke you into further conflict. Control the narrative. The covert narcissist excels in controlling the narrative, often spinning their version of events to suit their needs. Sun Tzu says, he who is prudent and lies in wait for an enemy who is not will be victorious. In situations where a covert narcissist attempts to manipulate the story, take control of your own narrative. Document events as they unfold. Keep a record of conversations and calmly state facts when necessary. Keeping a clear and consistent account of what's happening allows you to stay grounded while denying the narcissist the power to rewrite the truth. Know the weak points. Just as a general studies the terrain to find the enemy's vulnerabilities, Sun Tzu recommends identifying weaknesses. Covert narcissists, while subtle, they have weak spots, often stemming from their insecurity and fear of exposure. These individuals may present a perfect, polished persona, but beneath the surface they lack true self-esteem and fear being unmasked. Recognizing this can help you anticipate their next move and plan your responses accordingly. Avoid direct attacks on their ego, but instead neutralize their tactics by using their vulnerabilities against them subtly. Avoid emotional reactions. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Sun Tzu says, which is particularly useful when dealing with covert narcissists. They thrive on emotional reactions, often pushing your buttons to provoke a response. So the more you react, the more power you give them. The key is emotional detachment. By refusing to engage in their games, you deny them the opportunity to manipulate you. Instead, focus on remaining calm and neutral, deflecting any attempts to provoke emotional responses from you. Use silence as a weapon. Silence is a potent tool in warfare. As Sun Tzu illustrates, saying, "He who is skilled in attack flashes forth from the topmost heights of heaven, while he who is skilled in defense hides beneath the earth." When dealing with a covert narcissist, silence can disarm them. Their typical tactics rely on drawing you into conversation and manipulating your emotions. By withholding responses and refusing to engage in their drama, you leave them floundering. Silence creates an environment where the narcissist has to control their own behavior without the distraction of your reactions. Maintain flexibility in your strategy. Sun Tzu advises, in the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. Covert narcissists often create chaos to manipulate others and maintain control. However, by maintaining a flexible strategy, you can adapt to changing circumstances. Whether the narcissist attempts to isolate you, provoke you, or gaslight you, your response should be fluid. Use their unpredictability to your advantage by remaining adaptable, not locking yourself into any single reaction. You must constantly reassess the situation and adjust your tactics to avoid being manipulated. Use their overconfidence against them. Covert narcissists often overestimate their ability to manipulate or deceive. Sun Tzu warns that all men can see these tactics whereby I conquer, but what none can see is the strategy out of which victory is evolved. The covert narcissist's overconfidence can be their undoing. They often underestimate others, believing they are always in control. By subtly undermining their confidence or setting traps, you can make them believe they have the upper hand while secretly orchestrating their downfall. Exploit their need for validation. Covert narcissists require constant validation to feel significant. Sun Tzu states, opportunities multiply as they are seized. You can use this trait against them by denying them the attention or admiration they crave. In the process, you weaken their sense of power and manipulate the situation in your favor. By withholding admiration and affirmation, you put them in a position of desperation, where they may reveal more of their true nature or make mistakes that benefit you in the long run. Create a distraction to throw them off, like the deceptive techniques outlined in the Art of War. Creating a diversion can be an effective way to throw off a covert narcissist. They are often so focused on their own self-interest and on managing their image that they fail to notice external threats. A well-placed distraction can shift their focus and cause them to overreact or misstep. Use subtle tactics that redirect their attention and destabilize their sense of control. Understand the power of indirect strategy. Sun Tzu states, "He will win who knows when to fight and when not to fight." With covert narcissists, direct confrontation is often ineffective, as they will manipulate the situation to their advantage. Instead, an indirect approach, such as influencing their decisions through others or applying pressure through external circumstances, can yield better results. This allows you to control the outcome without putting yourself directly in harm's way. Outmaneuver through consistency. The covert narcissist thrives on inconsistency and confusion. By maintaining consistency in your actions, words, and boundaries, you become an unpredictable force that they cannot easily manipulate. Sun Tzu advises, in war, the general receives his commands from the sovereign. You are the commander of your own life. Stay consistent in your goals. Don't let the narcissist's behavior derail you. And avoid being swayed by their emotional ploys. Use their overcompensation against them. A covert narcissist often overcompensates for their insecurities, which can lead to obvious contradictions or missteps. Sun Tzu teaches a good commander must know when to retreat when the narcissist is overcompensating or making exaggerated claims. It creates a perfect opportunity for subtle exposure. By asking strategic questions or pointing out the discrepancies in their behavior without directly challenging them, you weaken their authority and expose their vulnerability. Control your own environment. Sun Tzu emphasizes the importance of maintaining control over the battlefield. Similarly, when dealing with a covert narcissist, it's vital to control your own environment, limit their access to you, set clear boundaries, and avoid giving them the space they need to manipulate your emotions or influence your decisions. By managing the flow of communication and access, you diminish their power and control over your life. Use pressure through external forces. In the art of war, alliances and external pressure can be powerful tools. Similarly, covert narcissists often seek to manipulate situations for personal gain. By involving neutral third parties, such as HR professionals or trusted friends, you can shift the balance of power. They are less likely to engage in overt manipulation when others are aware of their tactics. External pressure forces them to reconsider their behavior and limits their ability to operate covertly. Leverage their fear of exposure. Covert narcissists are terrified of being exposed for their manipulative tendencies. Sun Tzu teaches, if your opponent is of high rank, but he does not seek to fight, you can advance with confidence. Use their fear of exposure to your advantage by subtly highlighting their contradictions or inconsistencies. Do so in a way that keeps you above reproach, ensuring they remain on the defensive while you control the narrative. Empower yourself with knowledge. Knowledge is power in warfare, and in your battle against a covert narcissist, it is your most potent weapon. Educate yourself on narcissistic traits, manipulation tactics, and the psychology behind gaslighting. This awareness equips you to recognize their strategies and respond accordingly. By staying informed and prepared, you reduce their ability to deceive or exploit you. Create uncertainty. It's a key strategy in warfare, and it can be an effective tool against covert narcissists. They rely on predictability and control, but by being unpredictable and elusive, you destabilize their sense of security, whether it's through changing your routine, communicating less frequently, or offering ambiguous responses. You undermine their ability to manipulate or dominate the situation. Foster doubt in their minds. In the art of war, sowing doubt in the enemy's mind can disrupt their strategy. Covert narcissists often have fragile egos, and they need constant affirmation to maintain their sense of superiority. By introducing doubt into their thinking, such as subtly questioning their actions or their self-image, you destabilize their confidence and make them second-guess their manipulations. Stay detached from their drama. One of the most powerful techniques in dealing with a covert narcissist is emotional detachment. Sun Tzu writes, victory comes from finding and exploiting weaknesses. By staying emotionally distant from the narcissist's dramas, you stop fueling their need for attention. When you cease to react emotionally, they lose their power over you and are forced to confront their own shortcomings. Identify when to strike. Sun Tzu teaches that timing is everything in warfare. With covert narcissists, timing your responses is critical. There will be moments when you need to act decisively, such as when they overstep boundaries or attempt to manipulate you publicly. Strike when they are vulnerable, but avoid getting caught in unnecessary conflict. Choose your battles carefully. Use subtlety to your advantage. Sun Tzu advocates subtlety as a key tactic, stating, the supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. With covert narcissists, overt action or confrontation plays into their hands. Instead, use subtlety to weaken their position. Subtle shifts in behavior, speech, or actions can have a profound impact. slowly eroding their control without them even realizing it. Create a sense of confusion. Confusion works to your advantage in dealing with covert narcissists. They rely on creating confusion in order to obscure their true intentions. By staying clear and focused in your communication and actions, you create an environment of clarity that they cannot manipulate. The narcissist thrives in disarray, but clarity and consistency disarm their tactics. Leverage the element of surprise. In warfare, surprise is a powerful force. Similarly, when dealing with a covert narcissist, keeping them on edge by occasionally changing your patterns can throw them off balance. Whether it's offering a different response or taking unexpected actions, surprising them will keep them from predicting your next move, denying them the opportunity to manipulate the situation. Win through patience. Sun Tzu speaks of patience, saying, "The wise warriors avoid the battle." By patiently observing the covert narcissist's behavior, you can bide your time and wait for the optimal moment to act. Narcissists often reveal their true nature when they believe they are in control. Your patience will allow you to act strategically at the most opportune time, gaining the upper hand. Secure the victory without engaging in prolonged conflict. Ultimately, Sun Tzu's philosophy is about winning with minimal conflict. The covert narcissist may be a formidable opponent, but the true art of war lies in securing victory without unnecessary escalation. By following the strategies that I've mentioned in this video, you can neutralize the covert narcissist influence, maintain control, and achieve your objectives without ever being dragged into their emotional chaos. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've learned a thing or two. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share this video. Watch 2, 3, 4, 5 more videos in my YouTube channel.